So in the last class, just I have discussed what is Selenium architecture, and we have just done the setup for installation. I hope you also installed Eclipse, and I told you to install the rest of the two things also. One is Chrome driver and also Gecko driver. I will download this guys. One is Chrome driver and Gecko driver.
Yes.
Are you sharing your screen?
No, not yet.
Because
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Now can you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So I told you to create one Java project in Eclipse. Just with that, I told you to just download the Chrome driver and also Gecko driver. Okay, I will download this Chrome driver and Gecko driver. In that it will have to extract those files. I hope you are done this extracting also. Okay, so let me do small changes. Just go back to your Eclipse. Just create one more small file. So let me create that file. So do one right click on the project. Can you able to see one new? Okay, inside the new, create one folder. Okay, just name it as software. Okay, click on enter. One more folder will be added to your project. You can able to see a software, one folder is added to your project. Then get back to your downloads inside the Chrome driver, okay, which you have already extracted. Inside that, you will be having one file, okay, small file will be having. Go to Chrome driver. You can able to see one application file. Okay, can you able to see one application file, Chrome driver. Guys,
Yes.
okay, can you able to see this application file? Okay, just do one copy this file, get back to it. Okay, you can just paste inside the software. Okay, you can able to see one Chrome driver.exe file has been added to software folder. Again, get back to one more, come back, and again you can able to see one Gecko driver. Okay, this is for Firefox. Okay, Chrome driver for Chrome browser. Open this Gecko driver. Inside this again same application file. It is in also in .exe file. Just copy this file. Get back to your clip. Inside this, just paste them. Okay. So are you getting guys? Just only one thing I did. Create one folder. Inside the folder, add these two files. One exe file of Chrome driver and Gecko driver. Okay. Then I need to add a Selenium library. Okay. Since this project is not having any kind of library, so what do you mean by library? So currently my project is it is workable to work with a Java. Okay. I need to add one third party application. So in the initial stage, when I'm explaining Selenium architecture, I told you my Selenium can support multiple programming languages. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So same way, right now my project is good to go with the Java. Okay. So this project should be added. Okay. This should be configured with one more library. What is that library? Right now I'm ongoing with that Selenium. Okay. I need to add a Selenium library. How do we get this Selenium library? Just go back to browser. Okay. Take any one of the browser. Let me take one Chrome browser. Just go to Chrome browser. Search for a very important repository. Okay. Since we are using Maven projects, okay, all the dependencies and all the plugins and all the third-party application libraries are available in a single website called Maven repository. Okay, so go back to Maven repository, click on the first link, click on first link. So since I need a library called Selenium, okay, just go and search for Selenium. Click on enter. You can able to see Selenium Java. Okay, take this first option. Just scroll down. As I told you when I'm explaining Selenium architecture, we have different versions. Okay? Selenium 4 we have, Selenium 3 we have different versions. I told you IBPC Selenium 3.141.59. Okay, is a widely used and also stable version. We have a different stable upcoming releases also there. So IBPC is Selenium 3.141.9. Okay, so just take a second page so that we can get 3.141.5. So 3 is not available. We are in the fourth test. Let me go over. Yeah, 4 beta version we got. Let me go with the fourth test. Can you able to see Selenium 3.141.5 and also usage is 492. Okay, one of the widely used versions. Okay, it is one of the stable version. So just click on this version. You can able to see. Okay, once if I do scroll, you can able to see there is something called dependency. Okay, are you getting everyone?
Yes.
Just copy this dependency. Get back to Excel. Okay, you can able to see one file will be generated automatically once you create any of the Maven project. There is a one file. Okay, automatically it will get created. So what is that file? At the bottom, can you see form.xml? That form stands for project object model.xml file. Okay. Inside this file, you can able to see tags, some HTML tags. Okay. Project and model version. These are the tags are called. Inside this tag, okay. Inside the project tag, you can able to see this is opening tag and it is called closing tag. Inside the closing tag of project, you need to add a one more tag called dependency. Since you are adding a third party dependency, you need to invoke a one more tag called dependency. Dependency is a plural. Yes, inside a plural dependency, we need to add one dependency. What is the dependency? Just now I copied our Selenium dependency. Let me paste. Okay, you can able to see this is dependency. Before you add any dependency, you have to invoke one tag called dependency. Okay, inside the dependency tag, you have to add that dependency. Why I'm doing this? Because I need a one third party application. Okay, third party library for this project. That's why I'm adding a dependency. Just say and control S. Okay, once you do control S, you can able to see one automatically you have to get Maven. Currently, let me do one update. Right click and do one refresh also. If not, go right click, go with the Maven and can able to update project. Click on update, so update and okay. Soon after I do this, you can able to see one more folder should be get generated. That is called Maven dependency. Okay. Whatever you add in the form.xml, that will be replicated in a Maven dependency. Okay. So if you are just created one Java project or Maven project, by default it will be generated with the JavaScript system library. So since we are adding the third party library, that will be replicated in Maven repository. Are you getting guys? Any doubt? Chaitanya or anybody? Anybody answer?
No.
Shall we move further?
Yes. Only thing, Rendon, your voice is like, on and off, like fast or
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
You can't hear
Most
me
of the times it
properly.
is feeble, but yeah, can't hear you properly.
So, just
It's just like on and off. Sometimes it is properly visible, or sorry, audible.
Yeah, even for me also, I'm not able to hear properly.
Yeah.
then just give me a minute. Let me reconnect. Is that fine for you guys? Shall I reconnect?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. We can reconnect.
Yeah, you can connect, guys. Just leave the meeting and connect it back. So, everybody connected?
Yes,
Now am I audible properly? Can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now it is good.
Yeah. So now, do you have any doubt in this, guys? Okay, just I've added one library, that is Selenium library, and two more folders. Okay, those are nothing but a driver. Okay, when I'm explaining Selenium architecture, I told you we need something called drivers. Unless I have the driver, I cannot communicate. Okay, I cannot directly communicate from my server to browser. That is what these drivers are doing. Okay, these are the two drivers. Okay, so do you have any doubt in this? Shall I move on to the next? Shall we launch an browser?
I have a doubt.
Yes,
We
yes.
already created a dependency here, right? We have added the link. Then why do we need that Chrome driver.exe?
So this completely for Selenium server. Okay. So just give me a minute. In the last class, just where am I? Just give me a minute. I'll show you why I'm adding a Chrome driver or Vico driver. Okay. So in the last class, what I told you, we are writing something called test script, and it could be communicated with the client or language binding, and it will be communicated to server. From server to browser, we are doing the action. Correct now? Okay.
Okay.
With the help of what? With the help of something called driver. So what are these drivers? Drivers are nothing but a set of API files. Okay. Unless I have this API file, I cannot directly communicate to Chrome browser, Firefox browser, or Edge browser. Okay. Can you hear me now properly, Chaitanya?
Yeah, now it is proper. Yeah.
Yeah. So what actually the architecture says, this server is nothing but the dependency currently which I'm adding. Okay, this is the dependency which I'm right now adding. Okay, so
Okay.
after adding the dependency, I need what? I need a driver. Why driver? This driver will act like a bridge. Okay, so this will connect to a server and also browser. Are you getting my point?
Okay, but this Selenium WebDriver, whatever jar files dependency we created, that itself contains lot of drivers, right? Like Beat, Chrome, Gecko, all those drivers, right? Like, I mean,
Inbuilt. That is why I told in the Selenium 4 we have that feature. Okay. In Selenium,
Oh,
we
okay.
have the feature. Right now I'm teaching Selenium 3. That is why I'm
Okay.
of driver. This is the version for Selenium 3. Can you
Your voice is not like we are not. I'm not able to hear you. Can you please repeat again once again?
I told you Selenium server, okay, the dependency which I'm adding, okay, that is for server. These are the two drivers, Chrome driver.exe and Gecko driver.exe. These are the two drivers. Unless I have this driver, I cannot directly communicate to browser. That is why I'm taking the help of drivers.
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
So what I'll do now, I need to create on Java class. How do we create Java class? Okay, I'll take one small right click. Can you able to see one new? And let me create first always package. Inside the package, I need to create the class. I'll take one package. The package name called simply I'll take demo. Okay, just one package name demo. Then inside the package, I'll be taking a class, new, a class. I'll take the class name as sample. Okay, sample day one. I cannot take a space. I'll take this sample. Enable to see one sample class.
Yes.
Package name is demo and the class name is sample. Okay. So what I should do right now, I need to connect my Selenium with the browser. Okay. I need to launch on empty browser. How do we launch an empty browser? So for that, I'll be going with the main method. I hope you know this thing. Okay. Main method. Okay. So what is the first
Yeah.
thing I have to do after writing the main methods? I need to connect my server and the browser. Okay. Server and the driver. How do we connect? I told you in my previous class, these are nothing but test scripts. Okay. What do you mean by test scripts? The test scenario, the test case, whatever you write, okay, that is nothing but test script. In the manual, you guys will be writing, opening the application, enter the URL, enter the valid username, valid password, click on login. This is what my test case, correct? No. So these things will be converted into my automation test script. So in the automation test script, what we are writing, what is the first thing I need to do? I need to connect, okay, whatever the action that you are doing on the browser, that first you have to connect. You have to tell your server which browser you are using. Okay, tell me which browser you are opening. So to do that, the first statement, what I have to write, can you able to see in the last, I told you in the last class, system.set property. Can you able to see system.set property?
Yeah.
Why set property I have to use? I have to connect. Yes, I have to connect first. I have to tell my Selenium. First, I'm opening a Chrome browser or Firefox browser or Edge browser. To tell my Selenium which browser you are opening, the first statement I have to write in my test script is system.set property. Okay, this set property stands for, it takes two values. One is key and value. What key represents? Key represents which browser you are opening. So key specifies which browser you are opening. Then the value represents the path. The path is nothing but the driver, the API file, where it is present. So please let me connect these two. Okay. So I'll tell you exactly how it works. Let me get back to your Eclipse. The first statement I have to write, that is system. System, you have to take the auto suggestion. You will get the auto suggestion. So please make use of the auto suggestion in Eclipse. System dot, you will be able to get set property. Can you able to see set property? There are two options. One is property and one is property. Okay. I'll be taking set property. Can you able to see it is taking two parameters? Parameter means it is taking two values. Which are those two values? One is string key and one is string value. Okay, I'll be taking the string property. Within double quote, I'll directly tell. Okay, web driver, web driver. Okay, that is nothing but a server. Web driver is my server. Dot. Right now, I'll be opening Chrome. Okay, with the help of driver. Okay, this is completely a key. Then what do you mean by value? Value represents, so please specify where is my driver. Okay, Unless I specify the driver, I cannot directly connect my server to driver. So where is my driver? In my project, can you tell me where is my driver?
Softwares folder.
Inside the software folder, I'm having the
Software
driver.
folder.
That is Chrome driver and also Gecko driver. How do we specify? I'll be writing dot represent the current project. This is my current project. Guru School Selenium is my current project. So navigate inside my current project and find out software. Okay, find out software folder. Inside the software folder, catch hold of this. Okay, catch hold of this Chrome driver.exe, which is responsible to connect my Chrome browser. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This is a one statement which will get bind. Okay. Which will get binded my server and the Chrome driver.exe. So after that, I can perform any action on Chrome browser. Okay. If I write Gecko, then I can perform any action on Firefox. If I perform any return Edge, I can perform any action on Edge designer. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So what is the next statement? So after get connecting with my driver to server, so I have to tell my server to please open the browser. How do we say open the browser? Okay, so I'll be writing something called web driver. Okay, let me create object. Okay, I hope you know how to create an object. Writing new. Okay, I have to open a Chrome driver. Control space. You can make use of the control space again and again. I'm telling make use of the control space because once you write and take the auto selection, automatically the packages will be imported. Okay, you can able to see Chrome driver. This is coming from org.openpl.selenium.chrome.chrome driver. Okay, if I do this, automatically you can able to see the import statement is done. Okay, so then let me wind up, and I'll be storing to a reference variable called driver. Okay, so then the return type. Okay, the return type is always web driver. Okay, web driver is an interface. Now, why I'm getting this? Because I'm not imported the statement of web driver. You just move over to that. You can able to see one small option change to WebDriver or change to different things, and also you will be getting import. Okay, just control space, enable the WebDriver. Click on this, automatically it will import the WebDriver statement. Enable the two statements are imported. One is WebDriver and Chrome. Okay, now just save. And you know how to run. Guys, you know how to run. Just want to right click into the class. You can take that run over here also fine, or else you can go with run here also fine. Okay, both are fine. I'll be going with the run at Java. Okay, it will take some time to load. Okay, below you can able to see starting the Chrome version, and automatically it will launch an empty browser. Do you have any like suggestions like Google or any other? No. Okay, it will launch an empty browser. It is not installed with any of the applications. Okay, it is an empty fresh browser. Are you getting, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we move on? Do you have any doubt in this?
I'm good.
Okay,
Good.
it's the first statement which will get binded with my server and the driver. Soon after that, we are telling my server to launch the specific browser. Okay, now can you tell me how to launch? Because that means Firefox. Can anyone tell me how to launch Firefox browser? What are the changes that to be there?
Inside property, we have to write instead of chrome.driver we have to write firefox.driver, and then path should be changed to Like instead of Chrome driver.exe, it should be Gecko driver.exe.
Okay. So what we are specifying, we will not write Firefox. Okay. So for that, we have a different name called Gecko.
Gecko.
Okay. That is called it as Gecko. So here also, instead of writing Chrome driver, I'll be changing to Gecko. Okay. So what I should do again, instead of launching the Chrome browser, which browser I need to write? I need to launch
Firefox.
driver is equal to new Firefox. Okay, just take the auto system Firefox and wind up. Save and do one right click and run as. Is it launching a Firefox with an empty browser?
Yeah.
Okay. So any doubt in this, guys? My voice is audible, no? You can hear me properly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me know if you have any doubt in this small program. Do you have any doubt in this script? No, right? Shall I move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
For Opera also, how do we launch Opera browser?
Do the changes. So I'll be taking two base browser. One is Chrome and Firefox. You can take Edge browser or you can go with Opera, Safari, whichever the browser you are comfortable. You can go with that. Am I clear? For understanding,
Yeah.
I'm taking two browser. One is Chrome, that is base browser, and other one more. You can go with the Firefox or Safari.
Losing your voice again.
You can
Yeah,
take
losing your voice again.
yeah, you can take any other application, other browser. First, I'm taking Chrome browsers, and any other you can take. Good to go. Okay. So I'll be taking the next session. Very small, very simple. Okay. Okay. So last class, what I told you, that is Selenium architecture. Correct? No. Selenium is supported by multiple programming languages. Yes or no? This supports Python. Is it by supports C#, Ruby? Yes. It supports multiple programming languages. Right now, which language I'm using?
Java.
Java. Correct? No. Very good. So in the Java, how my Selenium architecture is built? Okay, what is the architecture of the Selenium? So the supermost architecture, okay, that is nothing but interface. In my Selenium, okay, so my search context is a supermost interface and it consists of two abstract methods. Okay, this is 2am is nothing but abstract method. Okay. In Java, you tell me it's a supermost class. In Java, which is called supermost class.
Not audible. Can you please say it again?
In Java, which class is called as supermost class?
Object class.
Very good. Very good. Okay, that is called object class. In the same way, in Selenium, okay, they have supermost interface. Okay, they have supermost interface. The name is called search context. In interface, what type of method I can expect? I can expect only the abstract method. Am I right? In interfaces, what kind of method I can expect? I can expect only the
Abstract method.
Correct.
Yeah.
No? Same way,
Yeah.
Java Selenium architecture. I'm speaking in Java Selenium. Okay, I'm not talking about only Selenium. It is Java Selenium. Okay, so in Java Selenium, we have search context, that is an interface which consists of two abstract methods. Okay. Next, we have something called web driver. Currently, I've called, okay, when I'm create object, I called a return type, okay, or a class type. So here that is nothing but web driver. It is also an interface which extends from interface to interface. What is the keyword I have to use to inherit the property?
Extends.
Extend, correct. So internally it is having the 11 abstract method. Okay, internally it is having 11 abstract method. Okay, internally it is having the 11 abstract method plus 2. Okay, once you extend the property from search context, so overall it will be having 13 abstract methods. Correct now?
Yeah.
Okay. Next comes to one more class called a remote web driver. It is a class. You can able to see this represents the class. So you tell me from interface to class, what is the keyword I have to use?
Implements.
Implement. Okay, implement stands for whenever you want to import the statement from interface to class, I'll be using an implement. Okay. So these are all nothing but concrete methods. So what do you mean by concrete method?
One which has body.
Yeah, very. So which is having the body. Okay, those are called concrete methods. This remote web driver consists of 2000 classes. Okay, there are so many other classes are also available in this remote web driver, and also it extends. Okay, it also consists Chrome driver, Firefox driver, and ESD driver, which I'm currently calling. Okay, you can able to see which I'm currently calling. All are coming from where? From the remote web driver. Indirectly, this remote web driver is extended by which one? Web driver and also search context. Correct now? So when you are creating object, can I do this one first? See, this is called Chrome driver is equal to new and driver is equal to class type. This is called homogeneous object creation. Yes or no? Same class name and also same constructor. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
Right?
What it is called? Homogeneous?
Homogeneous object creation. See, the constructor
Okay.
is called what? Chrome driver. Okay. The return type, the class type is what is called Chrome driver. That is what homogeneous object creation. You are calling class type and also class constructor. So what next I'm doing? Since this is nothing but a class, subclass. These are all subclasses. Can I call it as subclasses? These are all subclasses.
Yeah.
Okay, these are all superclasses. When I consider Chrome driver, it is a subclass, and these are all are superclasses. Correct? No, this is parent, and also these are superclasses. So, can I do upcasting from Chrome driver to web driver?
Yeah.
Why I'm doing this one? Because you tell me whenever you take any of the class or interface, which is more secure, class or interface, which one will be more secure?
Interface?
Interface, correct? No. So what I'll be doing instead of creating the object for Chrome to Chrome class, so I do something called upcasting from browser specific class to something called web driver. And moreover, it is consists of overall 13 methods which are abstract. Okay, 11 plus 2 overall we have 13 abstract methods. So instead of upcasting to a remote web driver because it is also class, so I don't want to upcast to Chrome. Sorry, remote web driver. So I will be upcasting to web driver which consists of 13 abstract methods so that I can get all the abstract methods only. Okay. Did you understand this one? Very simple architecture. Okay. So what is this? In Selenium, in Java Selenium, search context is the supermost interface and it consists of two abstract methods. And web driver is also an interface. It consists of 11 abstract methods and the two are from search context. Next comes to remote web driver. It is a class. It consists of 13 concrete methods. Since all the properties of web drivers are implemented in the remote web driver, this class, okay, it is also called scalability implementation class. Okay, this remote web driver is also called implementation class. This remote web driver consists of 2000 classes. Okay, it is having different classes. Okay, it inherits different classes. Among those 2000 classes, we have a browser specific classes. Chrome driver, Firefox driver, Edge driver, Safari driver, Opera driver. These are different specific browsers are also invented by the remote web driver. Okay, this is all about the Java Selenium architecture. Okay, and you can also ask me what are the Java concepts that you can see in this architecture. Can I go with the inheritance concept, guys? Can we see your inheritance?
Your voice is again low. Sorry. Can you please repeat?
In this
Yeah,
architecture,
yeah. Your voice is like it's not like proper, like we cannot hear your voice. Breaking.
I think I have some network issue. I don't think so.
Yeah, network issue also, because sometimes it is too much and sometimes it is nothing.
Speaking louder than as much as possible. Uh, okay. Now am I audible? Can you hear me properly? At least.
Yeah, now
Thank
it
God
is
we tell
good.
me. Thank God we tell me.
Yeah, nice, digital clear.
Sounds good. So what are the Java concepts that you are seeing in this architecture? Can I call it as inheritance? In this architecture, can you able to see the inheritance concept?
Yeah,
Java.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is what from one class to one interface to another interface, an interface to again class, and a class is inherited by multiple subclasses. Okay. These are nothing but inheritance concept. So next, the abstraction. Since we are using the interface, can I call it as abstraction?
Yeah.
Then very most important, runtime polymorphism. Okay. This WebDriver is acting like what? It is nothing but a polymorphism. Okay. If I create object for the Firefox or Edge, so which I'm taking as a constant, can I call it as this WebDriver is I'm taking that as a constant, where I'm not changing the WebDriver, only which I'm changing. I'm changing the driver. Okay. Nothing but this is nothing but constructor. Okay. I'm just changing the constructor by keeping this WebDriver as a constant. Can I call this as a polymorphism? That's to runtime polymorphism.
Yeah.
Okay. Then YAML, this is what do you mean by this? So in WebDriver, we have all the abstract methods. From abstract methods, it is converted into which one? Concrete method. Okay. Can I call it as a method overriding?
Yes.
Can I call it as method overriding? Okay. Inheriting the property of this interface and giving the body. Okay, giving the body. There is nothing but method overriding. Then the last one is upcasting. I did upcasting from browser specific classes to WebDriver. That is what I have achieved here. Here I'm not doing any upcasting. In the second line, I'm doing the upcasting. Okay. This is what browser specific classes and upcasting to WebDriver. You got my point?
But out. Why we have to go for WebDriver driver is equals to new Chrome driver. We can also go with remote WebDriver driver, right? Because that is also, I mean, what is the point of using WebDriver driver?
Yeah, I told you. You only told me which is more secure, class or interface.
Interface, of course.
Yeah, then remote WebDriver is what?
It's a class. Oh, that's the only reason we go for WebDriver?
Yes. WebDriver is an interface and it consists of 13 methods, which are, see, here also you are having the 13 methods and here also you are having the 13 methods. Okay. These are abstract methods and these are concrete methods. Which one do you
Concrete.
prefer?
Oh. Sorry?
Obviously abstract methods, no?
Yeah, I mean, I did not hear you properly.
Yeah. Okay, fine, no worries. So you got my point, Java Selenium architecture.
Yeah.
So now let me get back to this. So how many methods are there in the WebDriver? I told you there are overall 13 methods. Which are those 13 methods? How do we access those 13 methods? So I'll be calling driver. The driver is a reference variable of WebDriver, and I'll call dot. Okay. If I call you dot, can you able to see different methods? Close, find element, get current URL, page source. Okay, we have a 13 different methods. Among that, Right now, what we have done, we have opened the browser. Okay. Then I need to close the browser. How do we close the browser? Can you able to see an option called close an abstract method? I'll be calling this close and I'll wind up. Okay. So what I'll be doing, just save, do right click. Is it opening and closing? Okay, within a fraction of second, it is getting closed. Okay. So let me Selenium WebDriver. Okay, need not worry about this exception. I'll be doing some threads. Okay. Threads dot. I'm just holding my entire control over at 2 seconds. Okay. So this is a thread class which will hold your control whenever your JVM starts executing from main method. So when this my control comes to this line, it will hold your control to 2 seconds. Okay. So just I'm holding my control to 2 seconds, then I'm allowing the control to next line. Okay. Since this class is having the exception, that will be handled with a throw. What is that exception? The exception is called interrupted exception. Okay. For your understanding, I'm just holding my control for a 2 seconds. Right click and use. After 2 seconds, my browser will be get closed. Is it getting closed?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we have one more option. Okay. So we have one more option called same action will be done. Driver dot quit. Okay. So we have two options. One is close and quit. Okay. Let me do this quick. Right click and run as Java. It is also closing the browser. You can ask me one question, then what will the difference between close and quit? Correct now? So both are working the same thing. So both are closing the application. So what is the difference between close and quit? Can anybody answer for this?
I think close will close the browser,
Yeah.
but quit will close the instance, like everything.
It's otherwise. Close will close the current browser, current
Definitely.
tab, or quit will close the entire browser.
You got my point. Yes. Assume this is your browser. Okay, you are automating one of the applications. So inside the browser, can I open multiple tabs like this? Can I
Yes.
open multiple tabs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what actually close will do? Actually close will close like this. Okay. Only a single tab. Okay. It will directly close a single tab. What actually quit will do? If you open n number of tab also, okay, you have 10 tabs, 15 tabs. If you are having n number of tabs, automatically it will close like this. Are you getting my point? Okay. My quit
Yes.
will close in the browser, but close will close a single tab. That is a major difference. What is the difference between close and quit? This close will have a capability to close a single tab, and quit will close the complete browser. It will shut down the browser. Are you getting?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
now let me open any other one small site. Okay. How do you open? What are the manual tests it says? First, it will say you open the browser, enter the URL. So how do we enter the URL in application? How do we enter the URL in Selenium? Okay. So there is a method called, okay, all right, driver dot. Okay. These are all the abstract methods which are coming from a WebDriver. Okay. These are all the abstract methods which are coming from your WebDriver. So I'll be calling driver dot. There is a method called get. So what is the name? The method name is called get. Okay. You just take the auto system control dot paste. Okay. Get enabled to an option called get string URL. The return type is called void. Can you able to see, guys?
Yeah.
Call this method. Okay. Inside this method, just pass a URL. Okay. Whichever the URL you can pass. Let me take a small. Oh, let me take Facebook. Okay. I think it was safe one. Let me call a Maven on this. I'm just passing one URL and I'm vendor thing. Okay. So I don't want to quit right now. Let me comment it out. Save. And let me just click on run. First, it will connect to Firefox browser. Then after that, it will enter an URL of because that is nothing but Maven. Enable the Maven repository with opening the Maven
Yes.
repository. Okay. So this is what. How do you enter the URL in the browser with the help of Selenium? Okay. So if you want to enter any other application site like Maven or Facebook, Amazon, Flipkart, whichever you want, you can enter. Okay. This method will help you to enter the URL inside the browser. Okay. So which method will be used? A get method is used to enter the URL. So now let me remove this comment. Now what is actually going on? After 2 seconds, automatically it is getting closed. Do you have any doubt in this, guys? Don't worry about the console. Okay, don't worry about the console.
No.
Let me know if you
No.
have any doubt. I'll clear those doubts. Any doubt, guys? No, right?
No.
What I'll be doing? So let me know how many methods were there. I told you 13 methods are there in WebDriver. Okay, just give one dot. Inside that, can you see multiple methods? All are abstract methods. Get, I told you, close, find element, get current URL, get page source, and you can able to get one option called get title. Okay, so what do you mean by title? What it will do? What that method, abstract method will do? Do you have any idea on it?
We'll get the title of the heading will be there for each website. So it'll get you the title of that.
You can able to see. So what is the title of this application? You can able to see what is the title of this application.
Repository, double colon, whatever is there on the tab.
So if I just come back, repository. Okay, this is what and title of the application. Okay, I want to print this application. So I want to print this title of the application. How do we print that? In fact, so I'll be calling a method called driver dot get title. Okay. Call this method. So what is the return type of this method? What it
String.
will return? String. Okay. Since this method will capture or it will collect the title of the current web page and it will be written in form of string. Okay. So I'll be storing in a reference variable called title. Okay, with the return type as string. Then I'll be print it out. Okay, this out. I'll call title. Okay, just what I'm doing, I'm launching this application. I'm fetching the title of the application and I'm closing the browser. Okay. Just let me give one small 2 seconds of delay before I fetch the title. Let me check in the console. Can you able to see the title has been printed?
Yes.
Okay, so that is a use of get title. This get title is used to set the title of the application. Am I clear with this?
Yes.
Okay, so same thing. We have one more option. Get current URL. What do you mean by current URL? What this actually do? You can answer. Okay, by the name only you can answer.
Gets the URL of that particular page.
That's it. That's it. Okay. So as I told you, inside the browser, can I open multiple tabs? Yes. Okay. I can open multiple tabs. Do you think when you are automating or when you are opening any of the site, what is the initial URL of this application? mavenrepository.com. Okay. If I search something, Selenium or some any of the application or some search bar, do you think that URL will remain same? No. Okay. It will get changed to what? One more URL. Correct now? How do we validate in future? Okay, I'm not talking right now. In future, how do you validate? Yes, you are in a proper page, that you are in a Selenium page, that you are in a specific product page. How do you verify? By using get current URL. That is also one way of verifying. Yes, you are navigated. You are landed on a specific platform or a specific page. Okay, by capturing the current URL. Okay. Right now, I'm in only one page. What is that one page? That is a home page. Okay. So let me check whether it is fetching the current URL or not. I type get current URL. Then let me print it. Okay, I'm not changing the variable. Okay. Instead of this field, I'll be taking URL. So just opening and entering the URL of Maven repository. By this time, it is setting the current URL of the application. Getting closed. Can you able to see the same URL which I have entered?
Sorry, like your voice is like very low. Can you please be a little bit loud?
Yeah. Can you able to see the same the which I have passed, the URL which I have
Yes.
passed? Can you able to see the same URL? Okay. So what it exactly do? It is getting fetched the current URL on the which page you are on the same page URL will be get fetched. The same URL. Guys, do you have any doubt?
No.
Oh, very good. So I'll wind up this session. Okay. Let me continue the next session in next classes. If you have any doubts, let me know, guys.
Okay.